as much as what I'd like to say is thank you very much to Helen and Hugo for all that they've done all through the years. Like I started out with Farming Secrets right back then, and what they did by setting it up was sort of very, very bold. There was no light in the tunnel for them. They just went with grit and determination, you know, and that's just hats off to them for that. And I've loved sharing the journey with them over time. That's my bit. That's what I've got to say.
Thank you, Martin. And you've been a great supporter too. I know Martin would be on the header or something, he'd ring up and we'd have these conversations about all sorts of things, and you'd share what you're hearing.
And I'd like to say something. Martin, you're doing great things because you're influencing people there on tens of thousands of hectares of properties.
Yeah, we're making some progress. But the thing is nobody's written this book. We've got to write it ourselves, you know, and there's a bit of heartache and pain goes with it as well. It's not all straight ahead and roses. And there's a time lag and that sort of thing. That's very important to understand, is that we all want to be Gabe Brown tomorrow. Gabe Brown took 20 years to get into where Gabe Brown's at, you know? So as much as I'd love to tell you it can all happen tomorrow, it's not going to. And you've got to get that, you've got to get the mind shift, and it's in your head. And then you've got to have the courage to get out there and have a crack. And you're going to have a few stuff ups. But the thing is, with every stuff up, you've got to take a lesson. You know, it's got to start in the head. But what I was doing with Helen all those times when we're sitting there on the header, driving the header, when we got time to, you know, to have a chat, is what it was all about. And I call it robust discussion, right? It wasn't me telling Helen all that I knew, and it wasn't Helen telling me all that she knew. It was, we were having a discussion, and we were helping each other grow and build. So by the time we left the discussion, and you can't have a robust discussion in 2 minutes, right? Robust discussions, you've got like, oh, actually, it was funny one the other day. I was talking to one of my guys, Darren Mudford, and when I hung it up, it was 1 hour and 1 second. So I took it Regen 101. So, you know, that's the cool stuff about it. And discussion, very good to have big discussions. And if you can find other people who are on the same page as you, that's really cracks on. I know that with my guys, they don't necessarily talk to each other, but they all talk to me, and I talk to all of them. And we've really sharing some knowledge and some ability and experience, and it's really cool.
Yeah, Martin, and I mean, I was just taking it back to the gardener too. A lot of gardeners say, oh, well, I don't like weeds. What do I do with my weeds? And it's the same story. You say, well, just leave them, or just cut them off, or pull them out and leave them where they are. They're all telling you what's missing in your soil. They've got a function. It is so hard for people to leave a weed in a suburban garden.
Yeah, well, with Paul Clandy, I was talking to him the other day about, and we're having a robust discussion.